Senator Whitmer is offering amendment number 2. Amendment number 2 is scanned and available on the chamber automation system.
Senator Whitmer.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, here we are only a month after the elections, and you're wasting no time showing the people of Michigan that you were not listening to the message that they sent you that day. Their choices at the ballot box that day made it clear they don't want this type of divisive agenda that's being pushed at the Capitol any longer. An agenda that puts extreme interests of a political party ahead of the interests of the people of Michigan. Instead, they want leaders focused on results and a belief that we must work together in order to solve the many problems that still face our state and our families. But your action today to take up the single most divisive piece of legislation, that we have before us, flies directly in the face of what Michigan truly needs to get our economic recovery back on track. And it shows that you either cannot, or even worse, choose not to listen. This isn't a flip-flop, it's a faceplant. It's vindictive political retribution, not relentless positive action. So since you weren't listening on election night, let me recap things for you here today. The people of our state overwhelmingly re-elected President Barack Obama, United States Senator Debbie Stabenow, two of the very strongest supporters of the rights of Michigan workers to collectively bargain for their wages and benefits. The people of the state of Michigan threw out 7 of your colleagues in the House of Representatives as a direct rejection of this anti-worker agenda that you've pushed over the past 2 years. And a number of other traditionally conservative districts came within fractions of a percentage point of ousting your other colleagues. Across the state, candidates that support collective bargaining rights received far more votes than those who oppose them. And just recently, a study showed that were those of us in this chamber up for election this year as well, a number of you would be clearing out your offices in the next couple weeks. So for us to sit here and hear you claim some sort of a mandate to pass this so-called right-to-work legislation shows not only how wrong you are, but that you haven't heard a single thing that the people of Michigan have tried to tell you. And that's why I offer this amendment, to put this before the people, to let the people decide. Let the people decide.
Thank you, Senator Whitmer. The question before the Senate is on adoption of the Whitmer Amendment number 2 to Senate Bill 116. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed will vote nay. Will the Secretary please open the